But back to Amelia, and she's released this beautiful EP called Haven. So it's got 5 tracks on it. It's out now, and go and listen to it because it's really beautiful. And it gives you a really wonderful insight into the different musicalities that different instruments can instill and the emotions they also convey as well. So Millie's absolutely adorable. I love spending time with her, and it was really great to get her to link up via Zoom to talk about her new EP, which is available now. It's called Haven, and this is the lovely Amelia Warner. Millie, thank you for coming and chatting to me about this. I was listening to it again this morning, driving back from a Pilates class, and it's I love how each different song on this EP put you in a different frame of mind. It's really lovely. Each one's got a lovely different feel to it.
That's good.
Tell me a bit about the kind of background to putting these 5 songs together. And was the plan always that this would be an EP, or has this kind of situation meant that you've had to do it differently? Tell me a little bit about it.
I think the plan was always to do an EP, and it was always going to be around kind of, you know, somewhere between like 4 or 5 tracks. And then luckily I recorded it last year.
Oh wow!
So I recorded it a long time ago, and it was just I'd written some of it kind of just when I was pregnant with my third, and I was really wanting to record it, but was feeling so ill, and I just had the worst sickness for some reason with that baby, and so then we kind of kept pushing, kept delaying it, and then I had the baby, and then there was just that like logistical thing of like, when are we going to record it, how are we going to find a studio, should I go to London, do I take the baby, you know, it's just everything becomes just really difficult with a newborn. And but during this time, like we moved into our new house, I had the baby at home, it just became, and I had this kind of incredible connection to this space and to the house, and wrote a couple more tracks, and then we just, I was talking to a friend of mine who I work with as well, and about trying to, you know, arrange time to record and go up to London. And he was just like, do it here. He was like, bring everyone here. This is like, we've got this beautiful kind of room that has amazing acoustics. And so that's what we did. And it was just incredible. So we recorded it all at home. And because of that, we kind of, you know, really used the space, and we recorded as much like ambient sound as we could as well, and the birds and the, you know, just the kind of, I wanted to try and capture some form of like just the sound of that room. And we like mic'd it up so that, you know, for the first track, Drawing Room, you're actually hearing it from the corridor outside, you know, so it feels like you're kind of walking, you're about to enter the room. And then for When We Came Home, it's like you're walking into this space. And I kind of wanted it to feel like, when I did my previous EP was called Visitors, and the kind of story behind that was an empty house, and it was all of these previous spirits and people who'd lived in the house. And I guess Haven was like the full house, and the house with life and people and love. And so I just wanted to try and create that. And then it's just kind of ended up being a weird, lovely, strange thing that we kind of released it during a time that everybody's at home, and that hopefully everybody's got some sort of connection to their kind of home and haven and safety and comfort. And so I feel like it's just kind of coming out, it's all kind of gone full circle in a funny way.
It's so that was one of the things I wanted to ask about with Drawing Room, is that kind of how beautiful the piano's recorded, because it's kind of almost like, it really reminds me of almost like being a kid and listening at the door of hearing kind of something going on, that you want to kind of go in and see what it is and press it. But it's such a kind of clever idea to give a piece of music a different emotion and a different feel, rather than just simply miking the piano up as you would normally, so that it sounds kind of, you know, that kind of crisp and clean way. This adds so much texture to it. It's beautiful.
I really like that. And we recorded it kind of 2 ways. But I just love, I have a similar, I kind of have a memory, and I don't even know what it's from, but I think it's school, and it's like the kind of practice rooms when you hear piano and people playing, but it would kind of, you know, like waft on the air, and I just love that like distant piano sound. And I wanted it to be kind of like this tantalizing like sense of like, you know, of a piano somewhere.
It's so